3 minutes to 9. He is one of Hollywood's most successful comic actors. Jack Black has enjoyed huge success, of course, with films like School of Rock, The Holiday and High Fidelity. Jack's
comic talents take him to new heights, quite literally, for his latest film, Gullivers Travels. The film also stars Catherine Tate, James Corden and Billy Connolly. Susanna Reid met up with Jack recently, and he began by telling her what his character Gulliver faces at the start of the film.
I get sucked through an interdimensional wormhole, I guess you would call it, a time warp. And I wake up in another dimension on this island of tiny people. At first it's not so good because they enslave me and they think that I'm a spy from their villainous neighbors, the Blefuscians. But eventually they realize that I'm a good guy and they love me, and I'm finally the big shot that I always wanted to be back in New York.
You are there, and the people who run this country are played by Billy Connolly. Can we have phones off, please?
I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, horribly rude. It's a text from O2 UK.
You know, if only that had been from a great Hollywood director.
I know.
And we could have had an exclusive.
Spielberg, what? He's dropped out? New Lincoln? I'm too fat. Bye. Okay.
Okay, Billy Connolly, Catherine Tate, Emily Blunt and James Corden. The cream of our UK talent. Yeah. Did you get to meet them?
Of course,
because they're tiny people.
I know, yeah, they're tiny, but I was still able to work with them. No, they were awesome. We got the best cast. It was a Dreamcast.
Because I presumed you'd done a lot of it in front of one of those blue or green screens, and then they were just plonked in later.
Well, that was the case. For the most part, when you're playing a giant and everyone else is tiny, you don't even see each other because you get to shoot on separate days. Action! Being the responsible producer that I was on this picture, I was there every day and, you know, supplying them with my performance vocally off camera so that they knew what I was going to be doing as a giant. So even though they were looking up at the sky, they could hear my performance, and I got to watch their magic.
And are they funny people to work with? I mean, you know, they are the people who make us laugh over here. Did they make you laugh?
I would do another movie with all of them in a second. It was just so hilarious to go to the set every day. Yeah, especially that Corden. That guy is insane. He's very funny. I can't really tell you all the things that he was doing to make me laugh, because some of them were not, well, let's just say he got a little spicy. But he knew how to tickle my funny bone.
I think lots of people would think that the moment they first really saw you and thought, my goodness, that guy's brilliant, is in High Fidelity.
That was an amazing experience with Stephen Frears. Remains my favorite director to work with. He was just so like humble and yet a genius, but he would never admit to his own brilliance, you know. It was always, oh, I'm just lucky and everyone else is so great all around me.
And another brilliant film, School of Rock.
Yeah.
Is that? I mean, that's a highlight for loads of people who love your work.
Yeah.
But for you?
Well, that one is closest to me, really, and my love of rock, my passion. It really came closest to the things that get me going in the morning. So yeah, it's probably the one that'll be on my tombstone, if you will.
Jack Black, it's great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Do you want to say anything to the viewers of breakfast?
Have a good breakfast. Steer clear of the carbs. Carbs are the devil.
Too late now, Jack. I've had my toast. Too late.
Imagine you're doing an interview with a world-famous film star and then you tell them off for having their phone on.
Well, actually, she went, can you turn your phone off, please? And then realised it was him.
Only Susanna. Only Susanna. Gullivers Travels opens in cinemas on Boxing Day.
He was great, though, wasn't he?